Again. That's pretty much it. Let's get this shit show on its legs again.
Second floor, apartment 6. Back.
Thanks.
Well, time to go ruin some more intuition points. Shouldn't have many of them to begin with. Yep, not. Second floor, yeah, whatever. What number was it again?
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
I'm guessing nudity is gonna be a theme again. Well, yeah, let's not beat around with the bush with it.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Well, ring again.
Very unusual ring.
Could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
So now back to nudity at least. But the same old rings.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Okay.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Hold on. One moment, I need to post a message on whatever. Ah, Battlefield 1. Well, no. L.A Noire is the recipe, and I would have to just quit the game and the stream to do that. So yeah, 5 minutes in, I don't have a habit of leaving that quickly. I do like playing L.A Noire regardless of the facts. Yeah, that's Hairbrush again. So yeah. This one had a ring though, but the Dahlia killer's dead. They suspect morphine.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Very nice, this one. Oh, Asian country like. Not sure which one of them though.
Looks like barbiturates.
Some kind of pill, I'm not sure what barbiturates are.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Sleeping pills. Yeah, it's just that. You do really say something about channel, although I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Like I said, I do not own Battlefield 1, nor do I have any intention of owning that game. Just not interested in Battlefield 1.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
They're getting more subtle with the damn false flags here.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Rolling pin probably isn't either.
Nope.
So
I was going to scrub the bathroom. And there she, floating. I really can't talk about this anymore.
because they probably didn't give you any more lines than that. Will these give us anything?
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Ah, this one. We haven't seen that mechanic in a very, very long time. I slept about 7 hours. I got a phone call after that point.
There's been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start.
The CR 6582 Hollywood Boulevard. Awakening Tuesday, 4 p.m. Can you keep me company? Ask Mrs. Randall. XXS Julia. Haven't seen any of those in quite a while in L.A Noire.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Very specific, that one. Pretty much just like all of them. Curiosity, that's all the clues from here. I'm not really detecting anything more.
I haven't got time to jog, Cole. The captain wants me to make this case.
I'll say hello to the skipper for you. For now, follow up on the narco angle.
The coroner might have something. He was very knowledgeable on this one. Can spare something?
You know I'm right, Phelps. This woman was murdered, and the killers need to be found.
What time? What time? Let's see.
Interesting.
2040. Oh, phone's trying to recharge again. God damn it. Keep that up. I really don't know what's wrong with the cable on the Nokia 6. It just doesn't like recharging, despite me getting the correct cables. They're not bent, they don't have any damages or anything. It just does not like recharging from them for some reason. There's more to do here, that's interesting. Although I can't find needles. Should ask him about if there's any clues I need finding.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
What are we missing? Let's go back to the apartment.
Like I said, I've got a shorter cable that fits inside the Nokia 6. It's not damaged at all, but some cables do work better than others. I made sure to make the ones that are not too long so they don't stick out, as those ones have a lot of recharging problems with the phone. For the PS4 controllers, just about any old micro USB cable will do. So let's see. Did he say something about the morphine needles? Although I'm not sure where. What the fuck? This store, that's where we're supposed to go in.
Thank God we're not in my car.
Not even to ask why Ray is so religious about his car.
You idiot!
Or religion in that matter to begin with, but hey, that's the US for you. Where the majority of the people are religious, more or less. In Finland it's not as common, but they're certainly having for church and religion here. It's just not as common.
Any central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Awesome. Love a distraction. Well, you know the drill.
Drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I do wonder why he just goes round the car like that, when we could just go to the front. That would be more convenient.
Any central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
11K calling KGPL. We'll take the 484.
11K, see the man. Citizen reports of 484 just occurred at 3155 West 4th Street. 11K, handle code 3.
You gotta help me, officer, please.
Slow down. What happened?
I was just walking along, not bothering nobody. And these punks jumped me. They knocked me across my mouth and took my money.
How long ago was this?
Not more than 20 minutes ago, mister. They went that way, down the alley there.
Wait here.
Please, you sucker.
The son of a bitch is taking the car!
Shit, come on, let's get after it.
Wake up, Cole.
Yeah, I know. Was about very specific about that, but after I saw a smile and him walking away like that, then it was nothing that's even guesswork of what he wanted. Come on, you can take a shot. Oh, use the police side to get away.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
But I thought you wanted to. Oh, for the love of. It's always one or the other with this fucking game and about this kind of thing. You either shoot the car or you don't. Then on sale on the following Tuesday. Awesome. Not gonna be buying it though. Another PSN message, by the way.
Now, wasn't that a stupid thing to do? Show me your hands!
That was probably one of the easiest street crimes I've ever had. Okay. Back in the car.
You're behind the wheel.
Oh shit. Oh wait, I did put it at the clothes shop sales. That should make him go there. Yeah, it's back to the apartment then. I need to talk.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
Yes.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
Oh dear.
She was found dead this morning.
Look at employment history. Oh, the sinister music is kicking in again.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
That is true. I'm guessing so. Remote answer. Good guy.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer.
Yeah, you'll do that for him.
These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Different between digital version and this copy. As far as I know, there's no real difference between the two, save for the higher resolution versions and the lower resolution versions. I got a 4K TV and everything to get it in 4K, so yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced.
Obviously, I don't use HDR because it looks like I was suffering from some kind of yellow disease of some description, or just didn't look right. The colors looked like they had suffered for like someone had yellow paint on the damn thing. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that. Good.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
That's no surprise that they had to give that up, as she was basically asking about it, and they couldn't have much else to say on it. So... Probably just not. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Game wants me to go back to Julia Randall's apartment, which does not surprise.
You can drive.
Don't know why the pathfinding likes taking the other way around the car. Oh, because there's
Nice
trouble
move,
in that
not
one.
telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Well, you just don't say, like, hey, I'm here because of my dead friend, asshole. Will you tell me something about it? Like, yeah, I totally know about this. This is a cool conversation, said nobody. Social interaction is not that easy. Not most of the time, unless there's something wrong, and they're happy about it. That's not a common occurrence that they're sad at all. I mean, them being happy about it is oftentimes very suspicious, and I had to be very. So yeah, modeling job.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
And there's that music once again that we all know and love.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Notebook says what? Possible suicide. Could be the sleep pills or possible suicide. Although I doubt she knows much about that. So, yeah. Vatica?
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Victim's personal life.
Miss Randall have many friends, is it?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
But you cleaned up after parties.
Yes, I did. Sometimes beforehand. She was always so glamorous. She had the most beautiful clothes and...
Too late.
She could be hard, Miss Julie.
Relationship victim.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
That did not go as well as I anticipated. Coroner, you still here? Nope, there, you gone with the body. As I pretty much expected. Phone call? No.
I haven't got time to jaw, Cole. The captain wants me to make this case.
Shit. Still more on this place. But what more is there? I got most of the corners around this place already. No, we interacted with that again already. That's the false clue. I know what this. I know what that is, but it's basically for ironing clothes, making them flat, and sorting out other things on them. But that's beyond that, to be honest. Does not make it easy on you when you fuck up this much. Hello?
You get lost and let me work? This broad was built to be photographed, even if she is dead.
No kidding. Just that, I'm guessing. The roof, maybe? Yeah, that's pretty much my only guess. These doors don't seem to work. This door does nothing. Does nothing. Does nothing. And does nothing. I feel like there should be one more door here. But there's probably a bigger apartment for someone else in one of those. Ah ha 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 ha.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
Don't think this is anything.
That's just... needle? Yes. So, I think that was it for the clues. Don't tell me the game's like, hey, you need to know where the apartment or the coroner's office is. Well, now we have to drive over here because we hate you. That's a very cruel thing to do. Then again, we don't use the regular phone to call them anymore. Not as often, at least. So, car, corner, correct? Nope. So there's something else I'm missing here. And I'm getting PSN posts for a lot of my communities or other stuff. That door's a golden handle, but it's blocked off, so what do I need to do? Move these? So I need a crane for that one. I'm guessing this thing. Oh, thought it was a dress, but it wasn't. So what else do you want from me, game? You want me to look at the address on the entry to the apartments? The flats? The what?
Help me out.
Once you've checked the bathroom, Cole, you better take a look around.
Once you check the bathroom, you better take a look around. Once you check the bathroom, you better take a look around? That's oddly specific. Huh, that's usually more direct than usual. These are the same stuff we've seen before. That we know of. So that won't interact with us anymore. Those are those. Those pills are all over the place. And those are those. What else is there? There's that, but it doesn't do anything.
I was going to scrub the bathroom. And there,
Yeah, we heard that
there
line
she
before already.
floating. I really can't talk about this anymore.
So, are you seriously gonna tell me that's this one thing at the back is the only thing I've got at this point? If I had to get to a specific location in a time frame, that would be even more frustrating.
What do you think?
Once you've checked the bathroom, Cole, you better take a look around.
Come on, Phelps. Even Roy looks like he's working. Get on with it.
Okay, I admit that was pretty funny. So yeah, that's just trash, but there's not much else here. I think I should comb the entire area. Awfully polite and delete the needles on the side. You know anything? Probably not. Naked City. You know what? I'm just gonna search this one real briefly because as much as I hate doing this, I am getting nowhere. And this is won't give me anything to go on at this point. It's like, yippee. I hate cases like this. I mean, I just don't want to look up fucking things like this, but still, it's like, yay. Setup was after this one, but that was way easier. So, this is DLC. I see how it is. Close 16, that's not surprising. It's pure bonus, courtesy of EB Games slash GameStop, available without pure from Game UK and complete remastered editions. Yep, that sounds about right. Detailed walkthrough. is completely useless right about now. Refresh page. There we go. No, that's objectives. And we asked about what's my superhero. Don't really have one. Don't really like superheroes very much. So I'm supposed to get like I already have everything according to this. But it's like, yeah, check objectives, check Dr. Stoneman's practice. Locations, Dr. Stoneman's yay, that fucking helps. It doesn't tell me anything about that. So what the hell? So I basically have searched everything. Except, and the syringe was not mentioned there, but then this comes up and I'm like, okay, but just tell me basically everything except the syringe, which is, or it was found here. Dr. Stoneman location. Prescription. Oh, good. So, yeah. This one was it, right? Ah ha ha ha! Fuck off.
You should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Well, that's not a fair deal, do. Trophy earned, a good-looking corpse. Why the hell did you hide 2 clues in 1? That's not fair. That hasn't been done up to this point. How the hell was I supposed to know that?
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Like I said, I don't really have favorite superheroes. Batman is...
You think Carruthers is called it right?
Quite overrated, and Superman I don't really like.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Most times I do like more realistic games, more often than not. Immaturity and immature games don't really strike my fancy a lot. So yeah, Dr. Stoneman's practice. Destination?
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing off his lunch.
Hey, Century Unit. Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any Central Unit?
Okay, you know the drill. Get in.
You
get
know
in.
the way. You can drive.
Ha 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 ha! This animation again. It took a while with the street crime this time.
Hey, Century Unit. Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car.
Sometimes there's product placement. Sometimes. Sometimes it's more obvious, sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's promotional, sometimes it's different kinds. You never know with these things. Sometimes they just make their own, make up shit out there by their own, because they can't get them and they want similar things. Then there's like, hey, we release a game at fall with Fallout 4, so we have jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins everywhere, because, you know, it's Halloween-ish. That does not make the game dated in a few months very quickly, or become something that, like, LAPD, get it, it was Halloween.
That lowlife! That filthy lowlife!
What happened?
I was standing ready to get off and I heard a click. His camera. That pervert took a picture of my... up my...
Which way did he go?
There! That's him! Right there!
It's you again. I'm not surprised I see you again. I was hoping you'd get caught for similar shit. Oh, it's payback time.
Go on, Phelps, get after that creeper.
I was fairly certain they'd throw this my way eventually. Him I definitely recognize.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Oh, he can do that on his own, pretty much. So, shoot the car, though. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna go out by a tree, either.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be able to do that. If I remember how. Partner would do that, but I don't have any buttons for that. There's no button I have. Oh, there.
Clear this asshole off the road.
Well, that's not good. Son of a bitch. This is what I get from focusing on controls. He seriously went that way, that badly? Holy crap, I'm lucky. 9 times out of 10, I had to restart this just because of this kind of bullshit. Traffic jams and when a car chase are death sentence in the L.A. Noire. Hi again, we meet it. Oh, hello, your car's on fire.
Hands behind your head. You're under arrest for public indecency.
Oh, Christ.
At least he didn't say not again. That would have been appropriate at least. Considering his track record. Never did like this guy to begin with. Well, that's that taken care of. At least he's convicted for something. Although it just took him a while.
Can you drive to this one?
Cowboy from Rockstar Games? Well, the cowboy gig did work pretty well for Red Dead Redemption. That I must say. Cigarettes used to be a hell item back in those days, so advertising that kind of stuff publicly was acceptable back then. Obviously, I don't smoke or approve of that kind of thing. So, let me guess, outside? That's a hose. We don't need a hose. And here comes the loading screen.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Still not as subtle as Fallout 4 in that regard.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Police business, after all, and all that. Could look for clues at
Your
this point.
investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Okay. Could ask him something, but...
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Oh dear, we're here. We're back down this street again.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Yeah, that's... I'm calling bullshit.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
No, but I do answer the benzodiazepine prescription, which proves you.
Prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine?
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Additional medications.
You cleared my schedule for that? Clearly there's more, Detective.
I was just checking my notes, to be honest. So let's see. Sleeping pills was one thing. That's not that. Show medications with the sinister music.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Do we have anything that contradicts that? Overdose, suicide, cause of death. Let's see. Huh. Good.
She didn't appear to have a weight problem.
She had a self-esteem problem. Miss Randall felt her only control over her life was through her appearance.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, that could have gone better.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you.
That last line sounded horrible.
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
We're going to get back here, aren't we? Even though it's being drinking excess, that's basically me being shit tons of tired and not exactly thinking 100% straight. My mind is all like two places constantly right about now. No kidding.
What? I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
I'm not surprised he's relieved, considering the...
You can drive.
All right, where to?
Oh, fuck it. I might as well just drive myself, to be honest. See if there's any street crimes, but beyond that, I'm not gonna... It doesn't happen for much. For a few minutes, or about a minute or so, I'm just gonna make things happen. Because, let's be honest, this is not a long way.
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Cowboy game from Rockstar Games. Red Dead Redemption 2018? I don't know. I've pretty much given up on that idea for quite a while. While I am very much interested, there is almost no release schedule or anything. I'm more interested in seeing Dark Souls International, released or remastered on pretty much all platforms, than looking forward to another Red Dead Redemption 2. Will it be a prequel, sequel, or as the pre-sequel? Part sequel, part prequel. I really, really hope it's not a sequel or prequel. Then just its own game. Looks like every Rockstar game up to this point has been. Sure, references to the old games or games that have been game before it. That's okay. Fine with that. Got nothing against that. I just don't think it's very likely we'll see.
I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Matt.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or two after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Someone likes the corner a lot. I don't blame him. So...
Contrary to what your partner thinks, I think the LeBlanc angle has wheels. You need to follow it up.
Sure. So, what is this?
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Oh, that's convenient.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over.
Oh, come on. There's literally a case we could hear the phone call, and he is like, yeah,
Let me know
sure.
how you get on.
Sure,
Yeah, well, let me give you the phone.
Sure, Mel. Thanks for the lead.
That was lazy as fuck.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
It's either Hollywood Police Station or Receiving Hospital. I might as well just flip a coin at this point.
This is the place.
Ha ha. Oh, fuck me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Arnett? Memory's really faulty on me.
You know you made
Yeah. This does not look like interview rooms.
Yeah, the
Not
buddy
from-
took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
There's that music we all know and love. Informed Mr. Henderson.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled
Funny that you should mention. What was your name again exactly? Possible suspects. This case by forced overdose. Probably not related.
And you were close?
We were friends.
Informed Mr.
Miss
Henderson.
Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Older man? I don't remember anything mentioned about that. Bad cop.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Burglary suspect LeBlanc.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
The hell does this have to do with anything? Sure, bad companies?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Neither have
Heather told us
I.
that you were in fashion?
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That'll be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Yeah, the old Okinawa case. 6th Company.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Holy shit, I'm tired.
He's in that car at the lights.
Holy crap, leaving already? That's sudden.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive. Are you
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
The British all are liars.
Whoa, back off before we get made.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Come on, Henry. I'm waiting. So the Enders, I've never really played that series. I have heard about it. Don't remember anything about it, though.
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance. God damn it, everyone's looking at us, Cole.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Oh, Cole.
Shit, better drop back, Cole.
So what? Is having chase now?
Needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Metal Gear series, I only don't like a few games. Maybe one or two. Don't really play them at all.
Needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money.
By nondescript,
I risk losing the
he'll
trail.
give whatever the hell current scare more than, or more interesting than this.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Stealth again. The car stealth is horrible, but on foot it's like go fuck yourself with this game.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Have not played Metal Gear Solid 1. Now, keep the stealth section in. That's why it's here, after all.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
I don't know why it took me to notice that you can just use these.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
This is definitely fuck youville territory of game design. Come on, you incognito. I'm not blaming the cars for honking at this kind of behavior. Thankfully that was not long.
That's
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, you bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation. What have you got? You bought a ticket for Mexico City tomorrow night.
That's good, but this is better.
God, it's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
I can barely read that. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce what was read on that. Unless the clue specifically marked it down, I have got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hello? Here we go.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks.
There's that. Are you drunk, Mr. Line again?
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going?
9th and Beat?
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Oh yeah. It never works. Not very often, at least. Not unless you live somewhere else where harems are okay.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
The fuck?
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Okay.
Throw out the guns.
Well, this got funny. How the hell do you survive a headshot?
That hurts, right? I bet it does.
I shot him in the back of the head. How the hell was he alive at that point?
Clear me some space here. Find some cover. I'm gonna put holes in you, asshole. I know you're there. You're covered, Phelps.
I don't know why, but for some reason this is hilarious.
armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. They nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I missed his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. Been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Police station. I don't know why
You're
these.
suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
So yeah, I guess you may meet someone who out of a fucking Frankenstein movie if you meet him. Probably not very smart.
We caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where Arnett comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
Guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. Tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, boy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad. Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
There's a cigarette case, to be honest.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Okay. Car.
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Everstorm residence, I am thinking.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps. Nice house.
I doubt he'll be home.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
Well, low voice for a woman. I do like that.
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
43. Fuck's sake, woman. And I thought I had it bad.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
That would match the contraband list.
We recovered a black sapphire ring.
A beautiful piece. It belongs to my daughter.
Shit.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
I get the sense that you're worried about something, Mrs. Eavestrom.
I have already received the insurance claim, detective. Is there any way we could keep the return of these items discreet?
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch, let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Well, hello there.
What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out. We're missing something here. Arnett is
Look out!
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
I think I'm starting to hate this case. I think I'm way too tired to be trying to put these things together.
Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
I know, right? Next thing you'll know, I'll be falling asleep soon.
Open your eyes!
How long is this drive again exactly? Halfway across town? Oh, you have got to be kidding me on the distance on this.
What's wrong with you? And at the next junction, you shut your trap.
How relaxing drive, they say. Next, you tell me this part has 3 crimes in the driving section. Soon we're there. That's awesome. Oh, this place again.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Very. Gee, I wonder what the noise was.
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
kill him, Cole. This guy's our case. Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air!
Oh, this mechanic again.
Give it up! LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
You already are chasing. Oh, you can go fuck yourself with this. I thought we were done with this mechanic. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Come on, climb you. Yeah, not surprised.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How'd I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. He came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was our net?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
They didn't record much voice lines for this one, did they? So, yeah, what else we have?
Circumstantial.
The hell is this? Oh,
Doesn't give me
flashlight.
anything to go on.
Well, you could see the batteries work. Okay.
Not sure this means much.
Will belong to a woman. That's a newspaper. I wouldn't suppose that it'd be a cutscene newspaper, would it? No. Next thing I know, people will be like, hey, this one case is 2 hours long. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Junk. It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're in the fashion business. Okay, okay. Where do we get this stuff? Modeling job. That would be fun. Screw it. Let's go to
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
There's the contraband list.
I thought as much. Shouldn't you be calling me an ambulance or something?
Motive for Randall murder?
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
I see.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Because the train ticket?
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Identity of Mr. Henderson.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson. So you've taken to wearing smoking jackets, have you?
No. What are you talking about?
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
I really suck at this job. You can tell the quality is going significantly worse. I don't remember remembering basic facts about this mission anymore. Oh dear.
You can drive.
I wouldn't blame them if they told me to restart the whole thing and then be like, you suck at this, and I would be like, yeah, I do. This one is really not my gig.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
I hate Race up to this point. He is not a fun character. I do like Cole a lot better, to be honest. Although, once you get things wrong, he starts to say the complete nonsense that makes no sense.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
I do remember a few times since I was in a relationship with Dad. No matter what I did, the woman would just not respond to my feelings.
No.
I didn't try to stay in situations like that.
I want to see no one. Not my wife, or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
I did. The open window was a dead giveaway. Ha ha.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
This game is getting even just more and more depressing by the minute.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
That's a very phallic-looking object.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
Gee, I wonder how this will go down. The possibilities are endless.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wait. Cole. You hear that?
Funny how you mentioned that before the harmonica started playing. I was like, the hell are you talking about? Then I noticed the harmonica.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Well, was no surprise. That did no surprise. What the hell? English is good today. He went up the pipe? Okay. I'll buy that. Didn't we see where he goes? Or went? Up he goes, I see. Not the roof, okay. That sounded like that came from above. I don't think they'll be negotiating with the suspect. Call it a hunch. The fuck? Oh, fuck off.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Camera does not like following along with the controls. Awesome. My screw-ups are more funnier than anything else here so far. They're not funny. Gee, I wonder where he
He's
is.
gotta be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
And he just took 2 shots again. So...
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Well, you had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Trophy earned. 8 million stories. At least the clues were found, but the question is correct was not even close to being correct. Oh, cutscene time.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cal still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
Oh, that sound effect. And that's him screaming.
It's over, Cole.
Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Jack is a gore pile now. Manifest destiny.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
So I've heard.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
No kidding, I need a drink too. I got a piss break. And if people say I drink too much, I wouldn't blame them. Be right back, folks. Piss break and all that. Maybe we'll get some sense back to this fucking thing. Alright. Let's see where this takes us.
God damn it. Just can't seem to put this morphine to sleep.
Ha ha.
It's not good.
Everyone has their vices. Even you, Phelps.
I do know vice has something to do with drinks. Or the act of drinking. I don't like walking around this place. I get lost here pretty easily. Is that door out? Yes, I see lights, so that's exit.
Whatever kind of
look you were going for. You missed.
Any Central unit, suspect to be taken into custody at Southern California Auto Club. Stand by for further unit to handle identified code.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
About time.
This wind...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Oh, Cole does not like the car again.
You know the way. You can drive.
Oh, come on. Just let me hear the dialogue.
Any Central unit, suspect to
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Southern California Auto Club. Stand by for
I hear like one word of it, barely readable, and the whole thing is like, yeah, no need to hear any of that. Let's just skip the whole process, lol. That sounds a good idea.
11K responding. Go ahead with the further.
11K, see the security guard and...
Detective Phelps, LAPD. What's going on here?
This joker was trying to tail one of our patrons inside.
I'm a reporter, you idiot. I'm doing a feature for the Examiner, and that patron I was following is a red under investigation by the feds.
Where is he now?
Parking lot. His is the blue Talbot. Say, how about an exclusive when you bring him back?
Shove off. You won't be filing your story today. I'll check this out.
A red, huh? Sneaky bastard. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Is it red like communism? Because one of my favorite colors is red. The other one is blue. Pretty much just about any color is fine, other than orange. And green. Green is still fine in some regards, but orange, it fucking pisses me off a lot, oftentimes. Don't know why that is. Why can't I walk over this? Cole? What the You have got to be. Here we go.
LAPD, sir. Can I have a word?
Well, that's an admission of guilt if I ever saw one.
No kidding.
Wake up, Cole.
He's not getting away that easily.
Did he just speak twice over himself? That pretty much looks like a Z-type. Or Z-type-ish car.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole.
Wasn't asking you to. You gotta love how those cars are scripted in missions like this, just to appear just at the wrong moment, out of sheer inconvenience to the player. Rockstar really likes doing that in missions like these.
I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
Kinda suspected they would turn here. Oh, fuck off.
Give it up, LAPD.
This is harassment. Understand? My politics are nobody's goddamn business but my own.
Well, let me guess, the car we just chased him with, it's just... Okay, sure.
You can drive.
We really skipped that one part a bit of dialogue. The game's like, yeah, we're not even gonna mention that. You like a split second is enough to read that. It's not. I mean, you gotta be
Almost
super
like
fast to be
guys
able
are
to
already
pick
inside.
to be able to read that kind of so fast. Some are really good at it, but I'm not.
Phelps, back again. We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bowe. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest.
Are they
You might want to
one
word with the
piece?
hostess, too.
Ha ha ha.
I'll keep her company until you're ready.
This place is fucking a mess.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
What? We don't get to move the hands and the body around, or inspect the neck?
Find anything interesting?
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Civil conversation? What? I saw shiny. No, that's corpse. We seen corpse. Cole does not care about the booze. Okay, fine, body, fine. Nice dress.
Well maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument. What's that click? Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet.
Never the same.
Should follow up on the musician angle.
Hello, what do we have here? A syringe.
He kept his stash close at hand.
There we go. You have a Nice face. What's in your pocket, friend?
We have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
Doubt it's left in circulation.
Army surplus again. McGoldrick must have been moving contraband through the club.
Go ahead, I thought we had a deal. Or at least.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply. These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
This guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
No kidding.
Never the same.
So, what's in this room?
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
Well, it's pretty hard to crack the safe when it's already open.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
Nothing. The other side. No rings. So, nothing immediate.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
So, yeah.
Well, you must have some thoughts.
We get all types in here, officer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Accuse?
You're lying. Eddie had enemies. You must have seen them.
They allow you to booze on the job, detective? It's giving you funny ideas.
Well, suppose I don't have much on this one. Can't doubt this.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Yeah,
We're trying to find out who's behind this, ma'am. You're not making it any easier.
Well, you're not being much of a gentleman, honey. You boys take care now.
Yeah, that did not go over well. That's just trash. Even it told me something would have must help. No, those are just bottles. I don't have anything. Other than the jazz blue club,
Can you drive
I
to
don't
this
have
one?
anything.
Right?
Intuition would at least this helps somewhat, but let's be honest, who wants to see a replay with me just using intuition just constantly? I know I use that a lot, because I'm not very good at this stuff.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries under Sturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Ray is very hostile about situations like
Why
this.
antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
Do I still have nothing on this? Morphine tell you to respond to your position of the victim. Bars. Huh. Doubt that's the only thing I have.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
Well, that would be a statement that is not expected.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He mentioned names. Huh.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
Fair
What's
enough.
that mean? It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please.